sitting next to me earlier too, but he's not here.
I don't
Okay,
know.
Like he may be late.
No, he's not late.
You never know.
Could be.
You never know.
Actually, he might say that just to confuse you.
I know what people say. He at least send me an emoji. He would send me an emoji. Oh, crazy.
Okay. Do you have any questions on the quiz I gave back to you?
Yeah.
No, sure.
Let's do it. We do the first question, please.
You're late.
What lesson was it?
2.6.
Oh, it's just 2.5.
It was 2.6 and 2.7.
That's the homework, but the quiz was on 2.5, right?
Yes. Oh. What?
So you want to look at number 23. Is that what you're asking? What is that?
I wasn't there, honestly.
That's fine.
Have you ever been to Nightmare on 19th Street?
No. I don't know. I might have.
I think I've been there.
My sister has, I think.
I went there Sunday, and so I was going first in the clown part, and I have a massive fear of clowns. So I was going first for like 2 minutes, and then this clown jumped out at me from a barrel, and I was like, nope. I started crying, and I went to like the middle of the line where my cousin was, and I just held on to her the entire time. I was like, I'm done.
I wanted to go so bad.
It's you can go all October and December. They're doing a Nightmare. Yeah, they're doing a December thing.
We want to tell everyone that we said y'all.
Oh, the double sided.
I don't know. Haunted.
What are those symbols?
The
Integers. Not integers. Oh my gosh, absolute value. Yeah.
They are absolute value. Let me ask you something else. Are you ready? Are they parentheses?
no.
No. Is that 10 inside of them or outside of them? Inside. Can I get to that 10 yet? No. To be clear, some of you tried to get to them already. You can't do that. Once the absolute value is by itself, what do we do next? Everybody hush. Think it in your thinker first. Once the absolute value is by itself, what do we do next? Think it in your thinker first. Think it, I don't care. When I say I want you to say it out loud, I'll ask for it. What do we do next, Jace? Worst case scenario, you make a wrong guess. No. Can I get to that 10 yet? No, why not? Because he's inside, right? So once the absolute value is by itself, what do I do next, Astrid?
You split it into two.
We have to split it into two. So I'm going to grab my colored pen. And I'm going to split it into two.
Yay! So excited.
What is the first equation we're going to write, Riley?
The positive equation, I mean.
Yeah, what is it? Like, I want you to list the whole equation. So all we did, right, was take the absolute values and kill it, right? And then we forgot to write the 1, but then we remembered.
Yeah.
Good job.
You remember.
We killed it.
Okay. What is the other equation, Donovan?
It would be negative parentheses at plus 10 equals 1.
So it's the positive one and the negative one.
Something I can't ignore that, man.
When you can, and you are, and you will, and you're going to be fine. Listen. This is what we did all on Thursday. When we do stuff on Thursday or Tuesday or whatever day we meet in class, well, no, not usually, right? When you get to the quiz, you should do the same thing that we did in there. Not some new thing. Not something we never did. Turn on your brains is what I'm saying. Does this make sense? Yes, sir.
So, why did you add the negative in the parentheses?
Did you watch the notes video? It's a non-trivial suggestion to watch the stuff before you come to class. I post the stuff 2 weeks out. 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks if we're talking Thursdays. I do that so that you can get ahead if you're going to miss, and you know you're going to miss. So if you got volleyball, or you got harvesting, or you got ag extension project, or you got dance, or you got what the heck ever, you can do the thing. Does this make sense?
I don't know why it didn't cross my mind not to check my schedule.
I'm not really yelling. You're in Algebra 1. If I was in pre-cal, I wouldn't be yelling either. I'd just be letting you fail because you should know better by now. But you would be being stupid at that point. At this point, you're still learning. It's okay.
Wait, I have a joke I want to hear. All right. So
No, stop. Okay, so you got to watch before you come to class. You got to do the homework before you come to class. You got to do all the homework before you come to class. Because if you will try it, you will think about it, and when you come to class, it won't be a waste of your time. Does this make sense? Good. I want y'all to notice something else. You notice how this is for anybody that happens to sit anywhere of those places, and we've already messed it up. That's okay, because I haven't had this words. You see how the plugs are all plugged in right there? So let's put our backpacks away from the places the plugs are plugged in so that we don't have issues and break stuff, our own or others. Okay. This is how, the short answer to your question, the long answer to your question, Jace, is go watch the notes video and the classes that you missed if you haven't already done that. Do we all know how to find those?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's the long answer. The short answer is because you do. When you have an absolute value, you have a positive one and a negative one. Okay? Now, on the left one, Katie, what am I going to do over here? Subtract the 10 sounds just fine. Lucy, what's 1 minus 10? Negative 9. So F equals negative 9. Charlotte, what do I do over here? We can't do minus 10 yet. Why not?
The
Parentheses.
parentheses. So,
There's two options for what you do. I'm pushing you towards one, but.
plus the 1.
So not plus it, right? How is this negative attached to everything else?
Times.
Yes, divide. So you could divide by negative 1, which is exactly what I want us to do. What's 1 divided by negative 1, Paisley? Negative 1. Good job. You know, a bunch of y'all are in Titans sports. I DJ'd my first Titans dance the other day, and none of y'all were there almost. I said almost. I said almost.
I didn't worry about this.
I was.
That was at my church.
It was at your church. I know. I thought that was funny.
Deepest apologies.
Yeah, how dare y'all not?
I didn't know about
It's
it.
crazy.
The best time of my life.
There were 5,000 little bitty kids running around
Oh,
the
that's so annoying.
tent. It was.
Yes, they were.
Wait, who were they?
So they were kind of annoying to me because I was pretty sure that they were going to end up breaking my stuff by running into it.
But they did.
They didn't. It worked out. It worked out.
What a surprise.
It was all right.
I just start realizing.
All right. Zion, what do we do now?
What?
Great.
So, where did we get the -1? How did we get to that? I know I already covered that.
The negative one?
1 divided by -1 is -1.
You mean why we? So
Why did
it's
we get
because that minus on the outside of the parentheses
Is
has
the
an
one.
understood
Okay.
part because it does.
Yes.
It has an unseen one beside it.
In the unseen.
That's me and my family.
All right. 2-6, shall we? Ratios and proportions. AKA middle school math, at least about 80% of it. All right, what do we do? 12 through.
10 through 13.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yes is number 10. 12 is no. 14 is yes. 16 is 1. 18 is 3. 20 is 12.92. 22 is 2.28. 24 is 1.2. 26 is 63.37. 28 is 3. And 30 is about 341 cars. What questions do we have on those?
38.
Oh, well, there you go. 32 is 500 feet. 34 is 19.33. 36 is 2.56. 38 is -3. Three. What questions do we have on those, kids? 26, you said? Okay.
You good with that? Dude, honestly, my dad's going through a 40-year-old crisis. It's understandable. Huh?
22, right?
Yeah.
6. She was
So
right.
making $4 an hour. He's working as a producer at a news station. They don't get paid well.
I know.
That's like completely and utterly illegal. He can't be making $4 an hour.
I don't know how much he makes it.
It's probably not enough, but it's not $4 an hour
Probably not.
because that's below minimum wage. Yeah.
I was just saying.
It quite certainly is probably not very good, but it's not $4 an hour. All right.
Why are you so tired?
He's not. He just likes making loud noises.
Okay, yawns are involuntary. I can't summon a yawn.
But
Because this is true of like everything you do out loud in my class at least, is yawns, hiccups, burps, sneezes, all of those things. I'm not saying you did all of those things. I'm saying all of those things, you are right. They are involuntary. None of them have to be voluminous. They don't have to be loud. You can yawn without going, "Ugh." It's fine. If you want to make the loud noises, it's fine. But as a teacher friend once said, you walk into the room and the kid with the beanie on his head and the flipping around, that's the one that's going to be the one that gets in trouble. It doesn't matter if everybody else is doing the thing. So if you want to be loud, that's fine. But you're going to have to own it because it's on purpose. What should we do on this problem? Yes, it is 26. It doesn't matter whether it's 26. What does matter is what should we do? We should cross multiply because that's an equals, not a times. Right?
You know what? We all have them.
We love the place.
No matter the age, we all have them.
You have what?
Voice crack.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, so what is 1.066 times z? Wow. What's 7 times 9.65?
67.55.
No. I did that last night when I typed it in my calculator. I said said it very loudly. And my mom
Now what?
Divided
She
by
said, Charlotte, did you say that again?
1.06.
Sounds good. Divided by 1.066. So what does Z in fact equal?
Z equals 63.637. No, 367.
Okay, ask question
367. Yeah, that's correct. That.
So that problem is still technically a little bit wrong. What does the instructions say?
It's
Round to the nearest hundredth. So what should the answer actually be?
7. Yes. 7. Because you ran.
I have a question. Would you prefer us in these cases to put this in a decimal or start a fraction?
What on 26? What did it start with? Fractions or decimals? Started with decimals and fractions, but it started with decimals, right? So end in decimals. What other questions from this lesson do we have? Can we do what? 30. Sure. The Be Clean car wash. Wash 128 cars in 3 hours. At this rate, how many cars can they wash in 8 hours?
I have another question already.
All right, so when we're writing a proportion, and it's a word problem, it's usually useful to put the units on there so we can make sure we match stuff. Usually I don't put units in problems, but sometimes it's helpful. 128 cars to 3 hours. We want to know how many cars to 8 hours. Why does the question mark go on top? Because the car's on top. True enough. We could even replace the cars with something like C. Wow. Now what should we do? Cross multiply sounds great. What's 3 times C, Lucy? What's 128 times 8, Charlotte?
Oh, 10.
1,024.
Yeah.
Now what, Paisley? My brain, for some reason, for half a second, was trying to call you Penelope. I don't know where that entered my brain.
I've been called partially before.
Parsley? That sounds like a fun nickname. Yeah, that could be. Okay. Yes, we should in fact divide by 3.
I have a friend whose nickname is Apple.
All right, Katie, what's 1,024 divided by 3?
My nickname used to be Coco Bean.
What?
Yeah. In middle school, it used to be Coco Bean.
341.3 repeating. So it says how many cars can they do in 8 hours? So how many would it be? 341. Now let me ask you this. If we had gotten the answer 341.8, then how many cars could they wash in 8 hours? Still 341. Because they can't do an extra random part of car. If on a problem like this, we don't round right, we just truncate. You just chop it off, right? Because they can't ever do part of a car, right? And they can't just magically like squeeze out 0.2 of a car because magic. Now, in reality, the boss would probably make them wash that last car, so it probably would be 342. And they'd stay late and they'd be sad and wouldn't get paid extra and all the things. Right? Any other questions on this lesson?
Can you please do 38?
38. Sure. Eventually, we're going to get to some math that's fun. But it's going to be a while.
Oh, we love
No,
that.
this is easy peasy in Sean's brain.
The
And
volume
what?
meter on the camera is just
Oh, I was like,
It's that
my
makes
hard.
it
What do you mean?
sometimes.
It's fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I mean, it's hard enough.
no, actually.
I want to make something clear to some of you as well, and that is to trust the process a little bit. If you will do the things, and you will do the things in the way that I'm asking, you're liable to end up in a better place. I have one student right now that's currently in Algebra 2, and he struggled a lot in Algebra 1. He struggled a lot in geometry. He's making straight A's in Algebra 2.
We love it.
So if you will lock in, you can, get better at math. Just because you're not good at math doesn't mean you can't be good at math. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. Love the enthusiasm. Love to see it. We got a proportion. How do we solve it?
Do you
Yeah.
also want the two?
I had a list for a minute on purpose, but still.
Makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Take me out to the. So that's funny. I like that.
Cross-multiply.
You have the best shirts.
What is it?
We should definitely cross multiply. I agree.
Texas Rangers game, and they gave out like shirts. Anyway, it says
I'll
they
take
take out
you
to the 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Now, this is a bit tricksy, right? Because it's 9 times all of that mess. And so we're going to write all that out. So 9 times all of that mess.
You love that.
We love that. And then 3 times all of that mess.
Huh?
3 times all of that mess. Oh, you're talking to him. Great.
Who said something?
Who said something?
Who said something? Who on their mouth?
Okay, so I heard some huh. Now, I was hollering about this earlier today in geometry. I will holler about this now.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
No, you didn't.
Huh?
No, you didn't.
I'm not signed in on my account.
Anyway, if you are in the habit of just watching the notes videos, and just whether you watch it at 1x speed or 2x speed or 1.5 or 2x speed, whatever speed you're watching it, Donovan, whatever speed it's happening, whatever it is, if you are in the habit of just watching it, pausing it, copying stuff down, watching it, pausing it, copying stuff down, and that's the extent of your watching the notes videos, you're not learning diddly poop. You're not learning diddly squat. Nothing. Nothing are you learning if that's your thing. Because you're exercising one tiny little part of your brain. It is a part of your brain. It is the copying part of your brain. And that is all you're learning.
How would you like us to?
It's not how I would like you to, but I am going to encourage you to do it a certain way, which is not the same.
We should watch it at normal speed and copy it down. I just watch it at normal speed.
Understand.
When you watch the video, make sure you're understanding what you're watching while you're watching it. You might even, if I do a problem, like if I do 2 examples, watch the one, copy it, understand, write the second example, try it yourself, then unpause it and see if you're doing it right. Like make sure you're understanding what's going on. Engage your brain, the whole of your brain, well, at least more of your brain, right? Because if you're just copying down what I write, you're not learning anything, right? That makes sense? You're just copying. You learned how to do that in like preschool. Make the book has this shape. It's called an A. Now you make your version. There it is. You learned that in elementary, right? We don't need to work on the copying skill anymore. Make sense, everybody? Yeah. Good. Good. What should we do now? Distribute sounds just fine. Distribute the 9. We'll go ahead and distribute the 3 while we're at it. If you're in class, by the way, and you're just copying down what's on the board, same, right? Make sure you're thinking, which is one of the reasons why I slow down some people's mouths sometimes. Because if I don't slow down some people's mouths, and then everyone will just go, you are one of the mouths, yes. Okay.
I am listening.
Great, good. I want everybody to listen. Now, are we paying close attention? Sometimes I have to slow down some of the mouths because if you just wait for Riley or whoever, or Zion or whoever to just be like, you do this thing, and then you just keep on copying, you're only working the copying part of your brain. You got that locked in. If you go slow enough, anybody can copy anything down. I could write some calculus on here, and you could write it all down. It's like if I pick up a page of Spanish, I can read it and I can even have a decent accent, but I understand about 1/10 of what I just read. But I'm gonna sound like I know what the heck I'm doing. Same thing.
Zero of it.
I would understand some of it, yeah, because I understand a little bit of Spanish.
All I know
Muy
is that
poquito,
cuss
right?
words, they're all scared by accident.
Okay. What I'm saying is you need to lock in your. That's why some of y'all that like to answer stuff, I love that. Love the enthusiasm. It's wonderful. Enthusiasm's great. But the reason why I stop you down and tell you to shut the heck up for a minute, politely, is so that everybody can stop and think long enough to understand what's going on. Make sense?
Yep.
Because if you get it, you're great at it. Good for you. Eventually, you find something you're confused about. Maybe English. I don't know. Or maybe people skills. Anyway, but we want everybody. We want all our friends and frenemies to get good at it, right? Good. What's 9 times 5b, Jace? That's a B.
That's a B.
I said B. What's 9 times 5? Everybody corrected me. Anyway, what's 9 times 5b?
45?
B. Right?
Yeah.
It is.
Congratulations.
Oh.
What's 9 times 5, Matthias? 45.
Wait a minute. We've done this before.
What's 3 times 9b, Zion?
27B.
27b. What's 3 times negative 3, Donovan?
3 times -3, -6.
Oh, you added on accident. Oops.
Whoops.
That's all right. That's even. I'm going to tell you right now, those kinds of mistakes you'll be making clear till college. Like, you're just kind of rolling along and, oh, it's this, and it just happens. That doesn't mean you're not good at math. That means you made a little tiny mistake. Great. What do we do now, Riley?
I have a question.
What's your question?
So we do 3 times 3 equals -9. Are we not going to have a negative? 3 times -3 equals -9. So, and we're doing 27b minus 9. We're not doing 27b minus -9.
No. I'm glad you asked that. That's a noob mistake. 3 times, there wouldn't be 2 negatives because 3 times -3 is -9. If we do -9, what is that? What is -9?
81.
Not times. What is -9? What is -9 plus 9? Yeah, so no, that's not it. Just -9. Say problem. Red flag on the play. Red card. Kick him out.
We just do 3 times 3 and just have 27b.
Because that's a -3. 3 times 3 is not 27. What are you saying?
So is it 9b minus 3?
It's 3 times 9b, which is 27b. 3 times -3 is -9.
Okay, like it's just in the parentheses, ignoring the 3 on the outside. It's 9b minus 3, right?
Yes.
So,
They're not like terms. You can't combine them. Okay. Now what do we do, Riley?
get rid of the 45.
Okay, sure. How?
Addition. Oh my gosh, subtraction. I'm so
Sounds good.
Am I not?
Subtract 45.
Combine
You could subtract 27b for both sides next. That's true. Yeah, but he don't go together. Yeah, because they're not like terms. What is -9 minus 45, Astrid?
-9 minus 45 is
You got it.
55. No, it's 54. I'm sorry.
But negative.
Negative.
Good job. Don't be sorry. Be better. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what Coach says to us in softball. She's like, don't be sorry, just fix it. I'm like,
Just fix it.
okay.
That's generally a good thing. Some things you should be sorry about, but making a mistake in math or indeed in volleyball, you shouldn't be sorry about that. Just
Softball.
fix your thing. Whatever, softball, same difference, but different. Okay, anyway, but less violent. I don't understand why everything is violent in softball. Attack! Like there's so many violent words in volleyball. Like this is kind of like
Our chants aren't
not that kind of sport. Anyway,
See the volleyball chants. Kill.
what do we do now?
Ours are
What do we do now? Somebody, Paisley, great. Sounds good. Subtract what? I love it. What's 45b minus 27b, Donovan? B.
B.
Yeah.
Gotta add the B.
I could barely see the
Then
board.
why would you come up here?
You know, if you would write stuff down, you'd be able to see
I lost my folder.
what you have written down.
You didn't know where it was.
You lost your.
So, how could you solve this problem?
By asking someone.
You could say, hey, could I borrow a piece of paper and a pencil from somebody? It's true enough.
Matt almost losing the papers.
All right. Let's see, what did we do? Went with then, and then. Katie, what do we do now?
Divide the 18 off.
Sounds great. So what does B equal, Zion?
-3. Lost to think about that. I don't know why.
I cannot find the equations.
I did it different way. I filled out the same.
Or a marker, I guess.
You could have divided by 3 up here and then save yourself some steps, but we aren't worried about the fastest, easiest way yet. Eventually.
Keyword, yet.
In Algebra 2, I start pushing that way.
Oh, yay.
Even if you still never do, it's fine, but I start like encouraging it.
You're like, hey, this is nice. Let's do this. You already show my work. Where does it?
Always.
I looked.
The answer to that will always be yes.
Wait, well, I wasn't sure because I was like,
See the reason why our last papers were like.
She is the Rainbow Queen, yes. Yes, she is.
rainbows.
Rainbows and unicorns.
Let's look at the next lesson. Percent of change. What numbers did we do on these? 14 is an increase by 14%. 16 is an increase by. Now let me stress something. I don't know that I've really ever said this. I'm going to repeat myself a lot in Algebra 1, but if you get to a homework assignment and you have a rut row moment and you like missed them all, almost certainly there is some really small thing that you had. So what your next task is okay, what little thing do I have backwards or something? And then you fix that thing and then poof, you got it all, right? So a rut row on homework is okay. Like that's fine. You just got to like ask enough questions to figure out, okay, this is because you have something backwards or something. That's almost certainly all that's wrong. That doesn't mean you don't know math. Doesn't mean you're bad at stuff. Any of those things. Making sense? Good. Rut row number 16 is an increase of 170%. 18 is a decrease of 49%. 20 is an increase of 12%. 22 is $3.42. 24 is $30.03. 26 is $5.84. 28 is $3.70. Number 30 is $824.25. 32 is $47.99. 34 is $93.75. 36 is $35.52. 38 is $22.84. 40 is $116.18. And 42 is about 41.9%. I will also throw something out. This is not the first nor the last time I will say this. Just because you have a thing doesn't mean that you can't do your schoolwork. Did y'all know y'all are homeschooled, right? That's like a totally a thing. Like if you don't take care of business before and you go out of town, you take your school. If you have a trip, if you have a thing, if you have a whatever thing, bring your school. Guess what? If you're going to a sports thing, you're not playing the whole time. You're not.
But what if you can't get on your phone or do anything in the dugout?
So try to get the notes at least done before, and then you have options, right? That's good thought through. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, try to get the stuff that you definitely can't do on the road, right? Because sometimes, yeah, absolutely. Good question. Yes, ma'am.
What if you just schedule the time to do it into your schedule?
Like before you go on the trip? Yeah, sure. That's also what I'm saying is if you don't do that, if you come and you show up and you have performance week at CETA and you got all these things, I 100% promise you, you're not doing math work the entire time. If you go to dance work the entire time. I promise you, if you go to a volleyball tournament, you're not doing volleyball the entire time. I know you have friends. I know it's hard. Don't get it twisted. I understand. I'm not saying it would be easy to do it at the Civic Center or at a volleyball tournament or wherever else. I'm not saying that's easy. I'm saying you walk around the place. I bet this really only applies to CETA because there's homeschool and public school people. I bet you there are public school kids that are doing some work. I bet you can find them. And also you're homeschooled. People do a thing called world school. Yeah, they're mostly like wealthy people, mostly. Right? They go and they travel all over the place and they do school. You can do school. Make sense to everyone? I didn't say it's always fun. Sometimes it's a straight up pain in the tuchus because you would much rather hang out with your friends than graph linear equations. I get it. It's okay. Okay? What questions do we have? Sure, we could do 40. The current price of each share of a technology company is 135 buckaroos. If this represents a 16.2% increase over the past year, what is the price per share a year ago? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So I love this question. This is a great algebraic reasoning question, which is kind of, one of the main things that we're learning. Learning how to think algebraically. That's what this class is for, is to stretch your brain that way. Next year, it's about stretching your logic brain. And then after that, it's about all the brains. And then in pre-cal, it really, really is everything. Like everything. You get your logic brain, your algebra brain, everything all smooshed together. If you can take pre-cal, take pre-cal. Pre-cal is an awesome class. It's hard. It's a lot. But it's a good class. It is so good for you. It is so great for your brain. Pre-cal is a great class. You don't have to. I don't like jogging. That doesn't mean it's not good for me. No, but see, I've said this before. I know, preachy class. That's how Algebra 1 rolls. It is not supposed to just be fun. It can be both. Because see, if I go jogging with my cute wife over there, it's much more fun than if I go by myself, right? I don't like jogging. I don't like going jogging when I go with my wife or whoever. But if I do, so it can be both, right? You can have a silver lining. We can tie something bad to something good and they make betterness, yes? But learning this is not just about fun. Holy jump scare. Just call me Donovan. No. So just to be clear, so before I ever had Donovan in a class, very often in the middle of a class I would do this and it would startle students and whatever else. Just to be clear, I didn't get it from Donovan. I was obnoxious before I ever met Donovan, but he also does the same thing.
Years ago,
I did what? I've been teaching for over 20 years. I promise I was obnoxious before I met you. Anyway, we've got a thing. We got to think about this and figure out, we got a lot of moving pieces. This is a percentage of this, and where does it go, and what's happening, right? So financial interest, the current price. So we've got current price. We've got this box over here that holds the current price. Yeah, it's a box. I said so. It's 135 bucks.
We love it.
We love it. Great. We also love the box because it says this is an increase. So if you invested in this stock, in that time you made some money, which is great. Okay, so where am I? 40. That's the current price, 135 bucks. This is a 16.2%. What's happening? Increase from the original price. Right? So that's a 16.2% increase over the original price, right? What the question is asking is, what was the price a year ago? So we want this one. When you are doing word problems, this kind of nonsense can be exceptionally helpful, even if they're ugly boxes. If you will doodle out the problem, it's a lot easier for your brain to be like, whatever. And that is true of everybody's brain. Even if you're even if you are particularly gifted in abstract thought, right? Even still, your brain thinks better concretely. And so if we can concrete it, we can get something better. Yes, sir.
What is an abstract thought?
It means you picture things.
You can picture the idea of a thing.
Yeah. So if like.
So this is an abstraction of a tree. This is more of an abstraction of a tree.
Oh,
For
okay,
me,
I can do
if
that.
you,
Okay.
for me, if you like,
I can do that. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
for me, if you tell me to think something, I'll think of like the most movie picture perfect.
Right.
scene
Very
of it.
concrete.
Yeah, very concrete.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'll describe it to you if you want
Yes.
to hear it. That's how I think.
Okay. So, I don't know if I said this in a video or not this year. I'm sure that I said it in a pre-algebra video, but whenever you have a percent in a problem, in a situation, you always have a percent of something, always. What does of mean in math? Times. So you're always going to multiply the percentage times something, right? This is a percentage of, now also, when we have a percent, we can't math with a percent until we do what with it? We convert it to a decimal, which does move it over. That's true. What? Uno dos. True facts.
Oh, you went the wrong way. That makes me really mad.
Wait, what's happening?
I converted 16.2% to a decimal.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about what the laughter was. So.
Don't worry about that. This is the main show. This is the main screen. Don't worry about the side screens. What are we finding 16% of? The original. Absolutely. It'll be 16.2% of the original. We are going over percent increase, decrease. This is Algebra 1, whoever you are.
I have a question.
What is your question? We haven't hardly done anything yet, but what is your question? No. We're finding 16% of the original. I'm going to make it an X instead of an O because O's are confusing.
Okay, maybe this is a dumb question, but if it's 16%, if the current price is 135 and it has been increased by 16%, then why can't we just decrease it by 16% to get that?
Because so that's actually a really good question. And let me answer. So the question was, why can't we just decrease this by 16%? Because, and that's actually a great question. Because it's not 16% of the final price, it's 16% of the original price. That's a great question. Okay. So 16% of the original equals 35. Is that even true? Did I even write the equation right?
I'm lost. Did you say
I'm about to throw something through the wall.
I'm trying.
You did it right.
I will.
Stop speaking, everyone. There's too much distraction. Now, 16% of the original equals 135. But is that true?
As far as we know.
It's not as far as you know.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. Let's think about this. If we had, let's say our original stock price was $12. And we had a 16% increase to get to the final thing. How would we figure out how much, if we had a 16% increase, so 0.16 increase to get to here, what would we do? This is not the same problem, this is a different problem. How will we find the new amount? I already did that, move the decimal, yep. 12 times 0.16, so do that real quick. If you are not in the habit of bringing your calculator, do that. 1 point what? 92. Now, in this new little problem, is the new price of the thing going to be $1.92? No. What do we have to do now? Add this. Yes, plus the 12. So it would be $13.92. Right? On this new problem. So if we find 16% of whatever the original is and say that equals that, that's not right. It's 16% plus the original amount, right? Lock in, chat.
You're using our my language.
Good. Hopefully you'll listen. Actually, you usually do, but hopefully everyone will listen. So we've got to add the original plus the percentage of the original, right? So this is our equation that we're going to be using. What do we do to solve this equation? Plus like terms. So it's x plus 0.162x. Yes, 1.162x equals 135. Not in this problem, but maybe on another. What? Good. Good. True enough. I am glad you got excited. And I'm not even being sarcastic or ironic or anything else. I am genuinely glad you got excited. Because half the time previous in this class, you sit around like this.
My bad.
So I'm glad you got excited. Way to go. What is 135 divided by 1.162?
116.168.
Are you sure you? Oh yeah, you did. 116.17. Oh yeah, because it's going to be smaller. Wow. Okay. Of course, it's going to be smaller. 116 what? So it was originally because it's dollars and cents. So $116 and 18%, 18 cents. It's not actually a lot for a stock. It's actually about typical for a lot of like tech stocks.
Wait, never mind.
Do you understand whatever you were thinking to ask?
Maybe. Not entirely sure. I think I do, but I don't really know until I actually try to.
Probably.
Are we gonna do a quiz in the last 30 minutes?
We might do a quiz. What other questions do we have today on this lesson?
Hey, so what's time with you?
No, not yet.
No.
No, but we do have one soon. I have pointed this out before, but I will point it out again. The tests don't get listed on the classwork pages. It's on the announcements page. I say the test for blankety blank will be blankety blocked, right?
30, please.
Sure, we can do 30.
You said the test is the 21st.
That I don't know what I said, but I don't think so, because that's like today, isn't it? Oh, no, just kidding. No, it says the 14th. I don't know what I said the test was, but it says what it is on the internet where I put it. Number 30, we've got a computer that costs $1,099.00. It isn't that much, actually, for a computer. It's a decent average. And they have a discount of 25%. Great. And so we want to know what the final price is. I don't know if I want you two sitting together any longer. I don't because I feel like y'all are hurting each other, and I don't know that I like that. So we'll think about that for the future. Okay, so we got a list price on a computer that is $1,000.99, and it's got a 25% discount. Yay, spend less money. It is expensive, but less expensive. Great, what should we do? So I said something about percentages that you should lock in your brain. You should screw it in there and leave it in there. Whenever you have a percent, it's always a percentage of something. What is of in math? Times. So you're always going to multiply. Now, in order to do math with a percent, we have to turn it into a decimal. That's true. So let's write 25% as a decimal. Let's start there. How do we do that? So 0.25. We're going to find a percent of a thing. Of is what in math? Times. So what are we going to do now? Times. Great. So what is 1,099 times 0.25?
274.75.
Somebody else agree?
Yes.
All right, then what did you just say? 274 or 244?
274.75.
Okay, great. So are they paying $274.75 for the computer? No. What do we do now? Subtract.
Nope.
Yes.
So I'm saying that to myself and yes to y'all.
99. Yeah.
So how much are they paying for the computer, assuming they buy it?
124.25.
How much?
824.25.
Dang. That's a bit cheap. That is very cheap.
That is nice for a $1,000 laptop or whatever it is.
Is that a 3 or an S?
3.
Why would it be an S?
Wait a minute, where?
Also, it has a hat, so it's neither one of those things.
What?
It has a hat.
No, the dollars is it. That looks like a 3 with a line.
Well, I bet it's probably a dollar sign. What do you want to bet? Okay, good.
When are we using the final minus initial over initial?
When it's like problems like 14 through 20, where you have an original and you have a new thing and you're trying to find the percent change. So a percent change type problem.
Okay, got it.
So if the problem is asking for percent change, then it's the final minus initial over initial.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all are latching on to that question, but I would if you're not, because when we come to the test, you're liable to start doing final minus initial on something that hasn't had anything to do with it. So that is for a percent change problem. When it says percent of change, when you're finding percent of change of the thing, then it's fine. And it'll also tell you something like original and final, or original and new, or things like that. Those are the ones where you use that little formula. Yes, ma'am. What other questions do we have from this lesson? No, probably not. What time is it?
I thought it was one lesson.
It's about the lesson.
What was the answer for
28.
28?
28 was $3.70.
Are we going to go over tonight?
She asked what the answer was. So, unless I'm greatly mistaken, we have one lesson and then a test. So I think you'll have to double check on Google Classroom. I think the test is on Thursday. Tuesday, yeah, you're right.
Can we go over 28 or 24 really fast real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to make sure I had this down. Sorry.
What did you do on 28?
I was confused on whether or not to file my initial, so I tried to
You
do
wouldn't.
that. Yeah.
You'd multiply and then add. Just the on 24 and 28, it's tricksy, right? Because it's 5.75%. So the decimal is going to 0.0575. Don't forget those extra zeros on those, right? Listen closely. The next lesson is scary looking. It isn't actually hard. It's the same stuff we've been doing, just with only letters.
The title literally says literal equations and dimensional analysis.
I know that's scary sounding, right? It's not. So what I'm telling you is don't get scared. Just do the stuff we've been doing. You got this. Watch the video. Pay attention and understand what's happening. Oh, somebody else is asking something else. We have, and we have practiced some of these before. That's true. Great work, man. Don't stop. Well, class is almost over. I'm glad you think it's good. We have lots of them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, kids. We will see you on Thursday.